Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to my channel, Serious About Stars, and welcome to your reading. This reading is entirely timeless, so whenever it is that you are coming across this message, I meant to say reading, but somehow there is some kind of a message I feel for you here in this reading. Maybe something about a message, maybe the word message speaks to you specifically. Maybe you were asking for a message, maybe a sign. Taurus, take this reading as it resonates. It may be just one thing that you were brought here to receive, and it could be the entire reading. So as always, take it as it resonates, only as it resonates. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. Serious About Stars. But Taurus, I've meditated on your energy. I will share with you some intuitive downloads and messages that I feel for you guys. And I've pre-pulled some cards, and we'll pull more cards live and on camera at the end. So do stick around for all of that, Taurus. So when I meditated on your energy, the first thing that I really felt for you and saw was like hiking through a forest, kind of up a mountain, and the trees getting more and more dense. Interesting. Trees getting more and more dense, and I feel, Taurus, that what you are moving towards, and there has been a lot of maybe forward motion lately in your life, a lot of moving forward, pushing forward, staying your course, and following your intuition as well. But what I feel too for you is kind of like things becoming less and less familiar. Like maybe the valley below represents what you are used to, what you are familiar with. Also your family. I'm feeling your home and your family and friends. And it's kind of, maybe it feels like getting further and further away from that as you stay embarking on this journey that you're on. And maybe the trees and just different things like in your scenery are feeling less and less familiar. And I do feel for some of you, maybe some fears starting to beginning to sink in, to set in. Maybe I feel like somebody is afraid that you don't have enough water, or afraid that there's not going to be enough water. Maybe the top of this mountain, whatever it is that you're hiking, moving towards, and I don't mean this, as any kind of physical, actual hike, but just some kind of journey that you have been on, that you are working towards, up towards. It's kind of like the whatever this resembles, whatever this symbolizes, the top of this mountain, the peak that you are reaching. And I feel like it's some kind of something that is passionate for you. Maybe for somebody, this is kind of like a almost like an entrepreneurial kind of thing that you are taking a chance on. And it's kind of like the top of this mountain. I feel like somebody is worried that there's not going to be water there. But what if there is more water there than there has been where you've been? I don't know. I feel like, and in whatever this is, maybe it's what fulfills you emotionally. Maybe there's suddenly this unknowing, this lack of knowing, just because it's somewhere you've never been, something you've never seen. And it's okay that there are certain fears that are coming up if that speaks to you. Also, another little intuitive message, another little thing that I picked up on was afraid of fire. So interestingly, afraid of there not being any water and afraid of fire. That's very interesting, Taurus, because water puts out fire. And I feel like I feel like what this could be about is afraid of destruction. And I feel like maybe this is for somebody who has seen a lot of destruction before. Something maybe that did not work out, something that you loved so much didn't work out. And this may speak to a relationship, this may speak to a job, this might just speak to anything in your life that you loved. So however that speaks to you, I feel like there is something you either are not doing or want to turn away from because of how much you love it, It's kind of like, say you love the forest or the places on earth or wherever that you love so much, but it's almost like not going there because it could be destroyed. It's like not buying that house because of how much you love it and it might not go right, it might be destroyed, or not marrying the person that you love because it could be ruined. It's kind of like that, like it doesn't make sense, right? It's not really protecting you from anything. Maybe somebody thinks that not doing this is protecting you from something, but it's a false sense of protection. I feel like, and this isn't going to be for everyone, again, take things only as they resonate, right? If somebody here if there's something in your past that is keeping you from moving forward, some kind of fear, something that happened in the past, I feel like there's not wanting to look at it, there's this not wanting to look at it, there's this avoiding it, there's some kind of pain, kind of like a burn, right? Like fire, like it burns, right? That somebody's not wanting to look at, but I feel the need to mention acceptance and forgiveness and grace. I don't know, sometimes if you just kind of sit with yourself, right? And allow yourself to feel what you feel and accept what you feel and just say that it's okay. Sometimes that helps. I think that was pretty much it for the meditation part. We will go ahead into the cards now that have already been pre-pulled for you, Taurus. Number 20, Feast of Plenty, Choices and the Consequences. There might be a lot of options right now in your life, a lot of different ways that you could go. And the meditation is kind of like staying on the path or turning around. But this could also just be a lot of offers, a lot of options, a lot of potential things, directions that you could go in, not just left or right or up or down. It could be a lot of different things, a lot of different outcomes. And I feel like possibly like a key way to look at this is how does something satisfy you? Kind of like when you are picking what meal you want to eat. How does that meal make you feel? Is it fulfilling? Are you gonna still be hungry? Like make sure that you're doing things for the right reasons. What is really going to be fulfilling and satisfying? And if it comes down to sticking with something that you know, that you're familiar with, or trying something new, it's kind of like the thing that is familiar, right? How does that make you feel? Like if it, it's probably not actually something that you eat, but if it was something that you experience and kind of take on energetically, how does that make you feel afterwards? Like look back and remember different times that you did this or whatever, and how did that make you feel? Like what was the outcome of that? Don't expect it to be necessarily different if it's the same thing, So how did that make you feel? Was that satisfying or was it not satisfying? Because if it wasn't, maybe it's time to try something new. And just trying something new doesn't mean that you have to stick with that forever on out. You know what I mean? You get another chance. So it's not, I feel like maybe also somebody's taking this very, very seriously, like they're signing their life away or something, but it's not actually like that extreme. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel the need to say, like, there will be other options down the road. This is not like the last thing you're gonna do, like the last time you're gonna go to this restaurant, just sticking with the food analogy, okay? I don't know. But I feel like for somebody there is, you know, maybe a need to let go of some of that like seriousness that they're, yeah. This isn't the last, final, like, whatever. Yeah, so no matter what you choose, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, feast of plenty, choices, and their consequences. I'll show this card up to you in case there's anything that like speaks directly to you there. Interesting, this like kind of like ball of kind of like ice. It's kind of like frosted, like you can't see really what is inside of that. You know, there's something about where you're going that you can't see what it really entails. You can't really see what's inside there. But it's kind of like there's only one way to find out, you know? Go and see, you know? Go up there and see what it's like, make that journey, and then if you don't like it, you can go back, you know? I don't know, I just kind of felt that. All right, Taurus, I have pulled some cards for your love life, a little insight to some relationships, whether they are romantic or platonic. Take these messages only as they resonate, as they speak to you in your life. The first card that came out was Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Time to disconnect. I feel like there's been, maybe it's been really busy, maybe there's been a lot going on, maybe there's been a lot of different conversations that you've been having with a lot of different people, and it's kind of, maybe you've been on like kind of on autopilot in certain relationships. This is stepping away from that. This is going out, and I feel this kind of being like, maybe even like a day trip or a date. Something where you are just kind of disconnected from like social media or your phone or things like that, other influences. And I feel like there could be some truth that is being found out. I feel this being a really pivotal time as well in relationships or in a specific relationship. Maybe this is with somebody that you have known for a while. But this is like getting to know a whole new part of them. Also the card getting to know each other came out as you reveal your innermost selves to one another, your bond deepens. I do feel like this has to do with somebody that you already know, maybe somebody that you have already been with, have already been dating. But it's kind of like getting to know them all over again. Maybe there's been kind of some space or distance in between the two of you, and it's kind of like coming back to center and discovering whole new sides of one another, and that bond deepening. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. You know, I really do feel like maybe things have been kind of stagnant in a relationship, and this is like things getting better out of nowhere, like not expecting things to get better and then being just pleasantly surprised. I don't know, again, I do feel this being a very pivotal point in a relationship. The card You Deserve Love also came out. You are lovable. And I feel like regardless too, this also kind of speaks to change. Change in the dynamics of your relationships or a relationship, a friendship, Take it as it resonates. It might not be a romantic relationship, but some kind of relationship is changing, kind of like the dynamics are changing. And I feel it kind of like starting with you, like changing, you know, maybe something in your own kind of thought patterns in the way that you speak to yourself. Attracting more of what you want, attracting relationships that you really truly want. All right, so with the next part here, I did pull a few more cards, and oh, by the way, all of the card decks that I'm using are listed in the description, so you can see all of that there. These cards here, this is kind of more geared to your career or work or money, or, you know, whatever. Take it as it resonates. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna read these messages on these 3 cards here. Allow these to speak to you in your situation. Take only what resonates. Moonlighting. These cards are so beautiful. I love the imagery on them. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you will experience. And also, these cards could speak to different areas of your life. They don't have to do with your job or your work or your career. It could be about love. It could be about anything. So allow these messages to fall into place where they fit. Yeah. I think I read the whole thing. Did I read the whole thing just now? I think I did. Okay. Positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Keep going. I feel this yes energy. I do feel this keep going. Don't allow yourself to fall into any fears if there are fears flaring up around you. Keep going. Have trust, have faith, center yourself. When you are centered, truly centered, you have your what am I trying to say? You can live in a more kind of intentional way, right? When you're not like centered and you just kind of go with the flow and it's kind of like a lot of karmic things happen, and there's less free will, there's less sense of control. But when you are centered and aware and conscious, it's a powerful thing. It's just a powerful thing, and it can be more decisive, and there's more power and control. I don't mean it in like a power and control kind of way, but I just mean, what am I trying to say? There's more awareness. There's more intent. It becomes easier and clearer to act in decisive ways and to be authentic. Yeah, okay. All right. Now with this part of the reading here, I'll go ahead and pull some cards live and on camera. So Taurus, anything that you have on your heart or your mind, go ahead and bring those things now up to the surface. You can ask any questions on your heart or your mind. Yeah. You can ask out loud or in your mind, whatever feels right to you. Woo. Okay. Okay, the first card that came out was Call, number 20. Taurus. Again, I feel that, like I said, your relationships, that might be kind of a pivotal place that you're in. I feel like in general, this is a pivotal time in your life. It's like to pivot or not to pivot. It's like things are changing, but it's like answering that call. It's like, just answer the call, like see where this goes, and you don't have to like commit in a way that is so set, like you're signing something. It's not, I don't feel like it's like that. I feel like taking this call doesn't mean saying yes or no. I don't know, for somebody that might speak in some way. It's kind of like, just take the call. And it's kind of like it's coming within you. It's like a call coming from within you. And kind of like maybe acknowledging that, knowing what it is that you want. I feel like too, it kind of coming up again, especially for anyone that has been experiencing any kind of fear, whether that is fear of if there's going to be enough water, if it's going to be emotionally fulfilling, or fear of fire, like asking yourself, why are you afraid of these things? Or, you know, just why, like asking why and kind of getting to the bottom of it. And I feel like as you do that, as you understand these things and you turn off this autopilot kind of reality, it's kind of like you're able to hear this call from within you. Like it's been there all along, but you haven't been able to hear it. But it's like hearing this call that's always been there, hearing it, and kind of like seeing where it goes. Sorry, my cat is about to knock a lot of things over. Okay. But call, just answering the call. Okay. All right, let's see what else comes out for you, Taurus. Okay, what was that? Ooh, King of Earth. I feel like there's this leveling up energy that you are going through, Taurus. This stepping into your power, and I feel like maybe it doesn't feel like that right now. It doesn't feel like that right now, perhaps. But it's kind of like, I feel like the need to say, go ahead and envision what you want and desire. Your future, envision your future, you know, reach for it. You know, like it's not something that is outside of you, like it is already a part of you, because it is. You know, the future, it's not like this, even though we haven't experienced it yet and we haven't been there yet, we haven't seen it yet, it's still there and a part of your life, even in this very moment right now. And it's kind of like, close your eyes and envision that, and like it's not even a part of you, like it's not even a part from you, like it is already part of you. I don't know, but I don't know, I guess I feel the need to say that. I don't know, connecting with that. Future energy, that like maybe this is like about to like your higher self, leveling up. I don't know. All right, one more of these cards, and then there's one more card deck I will pull a final card from. Okay. Whew. Okay, Seven of Earth. I don't usually get it with this card, but I do feel something about like a distraction. Something about a distraction, and also like not and it not being like, I feel like someone wants to know if this is good or bad or right or wrong. It's kind of like it's not either. It's kind of like no matter what, this has to be seen. Kind of like, okay, so he's like here, right? And there's kind of this fairy. It's whether or not you go and you follow the fairy. It's like seeing the fairy. Like it's not about, interesting, it's like not about leaving where you are and going somewhere else as much as it is about the fairy and learning from the fairy. And what does that represent in your life? Like what is kind of like taking your attention away from maybe what you're doing or distracting you, or what have you been thinking about lately? What has been on your mind? You know, what is that? What is that for you? For, you know, different people, it's going to be something totally different. So what is it for you that has been taking away kind of your focus? And I feel like this is something that you're not sharing with other people, something that other people don't know about. This is kind of like a very private thing that you're going through and thinking about, Taurus. What is that? Like, look at that. Like, if that were like this physical thing, kind of like in this card, it's a fairy. What is that? What does that mean to you? What does that say? You know, for some reason too, now I'm kind of picking up on like, you can ask for guidance or answers through your dreams. You could pray or ask the universe or God or whatever it is for you, whatever feels right for you to call it, and just express maybe that you would like more insight as to this or that or that or this. And it can come through to you in your dreams if you choose for it to, before you go to sleep at night or something like that. And you can ask for those kinds of things. I feel that for somebody, like your angels or the universe or God, or, you know, whatever it is for you, wants to communicate with you more. But sometimes, you know, you do have to start that conversation, begin that communication, you know. Yeah, I don't know, that's for somebody. You're spiritual, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Okay. All right, Taurus, we're going to pull one final card for you guys from this other new deck that I recently got. I will list it in the descriptions. They're kind of like little angel messages. We're just gonna get one final card to close this reading. One final card for you guys. Okay, there it is. Trust. Trust. Taurus, you are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. All right, Taurus, have trust and keep going. Stay authentic, center yourself. Center yourself. Go within, you got this. And I hope you have a great, blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye.